Hi, I'm Chuck Dorsett for Weaver Leather Supply, and this is the Leather Element. If you've got a good question for us or a good idea for a leather element, drop it in the comment box below. Also, if you want to know when our videos release, just click your notifications. You'll know exactly when these come out. So not long ago at Weaver, we had a makers event. I did 4 classes, basically demos on 5 tools. One of those was the lace cutter. And as an example, I cut the slits for our mystery braid. Well, I was surprised at how many people came up after the class and said, hey, can you show me the mystery braid? Oh, I'm happy to. It's one of my favorite techniques. And we can use this in so many places. All manner of purse and bag strap, how about the straps for closures, our wood carrier, belts, even decoration. Again, so many places we can use this, and it's a super easy braid. So how about a quick and easy mystery braid leather element? Let's work over here. This is my assembly table, so it's the best lighting in my shop, but also we don't have to use my shop floor as our background. So on our 3-strand braid, we've got 3 strands. We've got a right, middle, and a left, okay? We can go above or below either side. We're not going that route. We're going to do this one way. To me, that's the easiest way to pick up the mystery braid. So let's take our right. We're going to go under the middle strand, okay? Well, that becomes the middle. Let's take our left. We're going to go under the middle strand. That becomes the middle. Right, left, right, left. And there we go. We've got our 3-strand braid. Easy enough. The mystery braid, exactly the same thing, but we're going to have to count our turns. Here's what I'm talking about. So right here, mystery braid closed in. Now on this, I've got nails on my table, but again, it's just easier to see this over here, all right? So again, we have our 3 strands, but let's count. So we're going to go under the center. That becomes the center. So there's turn 1. Left under, turn 2, 3, and 4, okay? Let's hold what we've got, because now when we spread this, notice this 1 strand right in the middle. Let's take our tab. We're going to come up, around, and down around that strand, okay? So we've got 4 turns, number 5, number 6, okay? We've still got a bit of a mess down here. Actually, not really. That just flips through, okay? We've got 1 set. Now, I'm getting this as tight as I can to a point, because as we work down, when we get to the bottom, we need to have room to unfurl from that last set. The more sets we get in this, the better it's going to look. In fact, here's a great example. Let's just go with 1 set. Yeah, doesn't look great. Doesn't even look like a braid. Okay, so that's why we want to get as many sets in this as we can. Okay, so there's 1 set. Okay, right under left, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's that strand right in the middle. Let's come up, around, and over that with our tab with the end. Number 5, number 6. Now we just spread that and the tab pops through. Okay, looking pretty good thus far. I'm going to see if I can't get in 2 more sets. 1, 2, 3, 4. We spread. Let's bring that tab around. Number 5 and number 6, and that pops through. Okay, now what we could do is we could figure out which strand is the center strand by following that all the way. That's actually kind of a headache, and on much longer straps, it's easy to get confused if we're trying to do that over a 2 or 3 foot strap. So let's just go 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my center. Come up, around, and down. Okay, number 5 and number 6, and we simply turn that through. Now I could probably get 1 more strand in that, but let's do this. Let's hold where we are. We can let go of it. It's not going to unbraid itself. So now let's flip this around. This is a little hard to explain, But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rebraid from this end. But I don't have to flip, I don't have to unfurl or count because the braid's already there. All I'm doing is loosening this up. So let's go a little bit more loosely. Same thing, but notice this end is now feeding me. Okay, we're getting down to this point. We went a little too loose up here. All right, so let's tighten this up. Now the point of this is we just want to make this consistent, and we can flip this as many times as we want to. Okay, got it a little too tight up here. Let's flip it around and maybe go just a little bit tighter. Yeah, there we go. Not bad. Okay, one more step here. Let's take this on the edge of a table where we can use our marble. I'm just going to run the braid across that. That's going to set it. It's going to stretch it out a little bit, and it's going to make it a little more consistent. Okay, not bad. That looks pretty good. Okay, now how about a couple of tricks on getting us started? In my opinion, the most difficult part about a mystery braid is getting two parallel slits in our leather, and they've got to be consistent or we'll see that. Now we've got a tool that makes that an absolute breeze. We'll look at that shortly, but if we're going to cut this by hand, there's one trick I would suggest. So right here I've got a pattern. Now on this end, this is 3/4 of an inch wide, so on both ends I've got a rivet hole. I've come in 1/2 inch from either end. Now I've got marks at 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, and 1/4 inch. That's 3/4 of an inch. So our tendency, let's just take our wooden strap cutter, let's strap out a 3/4 inch, come back in, mark and cut. Well, that's tough to do. On smaller, thinner straps, it is tough to cut two consistent parallel slits. But on a much longer strap, it's almost impossible. So let's do this. Let's take our leather, and this is just a scrap from one of our single shoulders. And I've got our wooden awl here. Now, this might be a little tough for the camera to see, but I'm going to scribe in. There we go. And this in. Okay, let's mark for our rivet hole. And now, let's do our best to get that centered on that. I'm going to make a good mark. Now I'm using this because it's a good small hole. I can make a very accurate cut from this mark. Okay, good. Now, again, our tendency now, let's just cut our slits. How about we do this? Let's flip this around. The first cut I'm going to make is our outside slit, inside slit, then I'll separate from the leather. By leaving this on the main body or the main part of the leather, makes it very easy to cut. Now, that little point right there, a little bit hard to see. How about let's just put the end of our square on that? Yeah, now I know where to stop my cut. Okay, we've got that. Now let's separate out. And don't hesitate to make several cuts. What I don't want is to press down so hard that my leather either starts to push out or fade in. So now let's trim this piece to size. Yeah, there we go. We've got 2 consistent parallel slits. That's what we're looking for. So how about a very easy way to cut parallel slits? This is our leather lace cutter, and I'm going to do my best not to roll on this, but there are so many things to say about this. One of the most helpful tools in my shop. Well, primary job here, we can cut lace. We can save money, absolutely, but better than that, we can cut lace out of whatever leather we have in our shop. Now, just a small rundown on this. So we've got our base, we've got our block with our plates. This block separates, and then each plate will separate. So we can drop a blade in between each one of these plates. That will give us 1/8" lace. But in all honesty, I use this for the mystery braid far more than I do for cutting lace. Now right here, this is a small arm. That's going to sit right there. That will help hold the leather down on the blades. But also, nice safety feature because we've got sharp blades right there. Now with this, we're going to go with a 3/4 inch strap. So I've set a blade in, 2 plates in, and then 2 more plates. 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, that's 3/4 inch. Now I've taken our little bar off here more so we can see what we're doing. But let's take our strap. There we go. Now the bar will help hold that leather down, but let's do this. Let's add some good tension on this end and do our best to try to keep that against this edge. Now I don't want to pull too hard, but I also don't want to pull a little bit left. Let's see if we can just keep that edge running right across that edge. Yeah. How easy is that? We have 3 consistent bands. Now, we've actually done a video on a mystery braid belt. 8 to 9 ounce works just as well. I hope this helps because there are so many places we can use the mystery braid. But one thing I've learned, folks that are not leather crafters see this braid and they love it because there's no way this should work, but it does. I hope this is good information for you. Thanks for taking time to watch The Leather Element. Good luck with your projects.